Alright guys, this is No Mercy
Eagles.
Football. We're gonna do the week 5 recap. Let's take it to Tampa. New England with the score of 38-7. Let's talk about the offense. Tom Brady with a passer rating of 131.6. That's vintage Brady though. He threw for 311 yards, 3 touchdowns, and an interception. Hit a 54-yarder. Jameis Winston on the other side of the for Tampa, he threw for
5
220 yards,
interceptions.
5 interceptions, no touchdowns. You would think with that yardage that he would have threw for at least a couple touchdowns. Check. Oh, this is live.
Oh man, the running game wasn't even.
The
Running
running
game
game,
wasn't
there
better
wasn't much.
either.
There was a wash. James White led all rushers with 9 attempts for 40 rushing yards and a touchdown. Chris Sims the third, or Charles Sims the third, on the other end of the ball, 4 attempts, 11 yards, and 1 touchdown. It's a wash on the
Wow.
rushing side of the ball. They got to get better, especially going into these next few weeks of the season. Check.
Yes. Yes, bro.
Rob Gronkowski led receivers in
Oh
for the
no, that was Danny
He
Amendola
said, I don't want it now because you annoying as hell.
with the 112, 4 catches and receiving touchdown.
with this.
I don't know. No, because you know why he's tied with Gronkowski and Cooks for the receptions before. That's why. He's trying to trade Brian
Y'all
Hoyer.
are some crybaby ass niggas in this group, man.
His ass.
Not you, but
Take it to the defense.
all some crybaby.
Let's take it to the defense, Shaw.
The only thing I really want to touch up on the defense would be Devin McCourty. He had 3 solo tackles, an assist, 4 total tackles, and 2 interceptions.
As well as Patrick Chung. He got 2 or so.
Yeah, I think he's got 2 as well.
And that's it.
That's it for that game. It's history.
Garbage time. Let's take it down to Cincinnati. Bills Bengals. Cincinnati with a score of 37-7.
Oh boy.
Andy Dalton, 307 total yards, 4 touchdowns and an interception. He threw a 95-yarder.
Surprises me.
Nathan Peterman on the other side of the ball, 205 yards, 2 interceptions.
And you know, if you're Buffalo, why are you starting Nathan Peterman? Why are you not starting Tyrod? No Tyrod, no Joe Webb, and
He's stupid. Rushing, there wasn't much of a story.
rushing. There's nothing impressive.
Except for Shady scored.
Um, you know, Joe Mixon didn't have the best of a rushing game, but his receiving game, 4 catches, 131 yards, and 3 receiving touchdowns.
Maybe. AJ, look and just how you just highlighted Joe Mixon catching catching 3 touchdowns. Look at AJ Green with 1 touchdown and 1 reception. And John Ross. Please insert this man in this offense. Right.
Okay, so
take it to the defense.
To go to defense. Wait, what? We're still talking about Cincinnati over.
Rudy Ford.
That game.
Rudy Ford got 2 interceptions.
Let me highlight Rudy Ford, man. He's a rookie from Auburn. He had 5 solo, 3 assists, 8 tackles total, 1 tackle for loss, 2 interceptions, and
a forced fumble.
He had a forced fumble
and a pick 6.
Oh, and a touchdown. And a touchdown. Man.
Mike Josh. The Bills, they got slaughtered. They just played the Bengals literally just did what their namesake and played cat and mouse with this team.
Yeah, it really does. I don't know how you don't. Even Joe Webb, man. Joe Webb is better than Nathan Peterman. So
I take Tyrod over both of them.
Well, yeah, that's your clearly choice, but you know, even. Buffalo is garbage. I'm just saying that. They don't know how to run a team. Fire them already.
L of the week. If he doesn't trade them all.
Let's head down to Cleveland.
Jets versus Browns.
The Jets. Cleveland defeats the Jets 12-7, but how do you...
I think this was the trash bowl. This game was meant to end in a tie.
How do you win a game with 5 interceptions?
5 interceptions.
Oh man. You know.
Let's find out.
Oh, let's touch up on the Jets QBs, man, just for a second. I would start Bryce Petty or RG3 over Josh McCown. Just saying. I mean, he did play for the Clowns, man. He did play for the Clowns. So
he actually began his career with the Clowns.
Oh man, rushing wise,
right.
The one thing I don't like about Bryce Petty, he doesn't know how to break a huddle. I seen that in preseason. Doesn't know how to break a huddle.
Well, again, like I said in week 1, if you don't have the respect, it takes respect to be able to break the huddle.
He had a rushing touchdown on 40 yards with 8 kicks.
And look at Crowell, 3 rushes, 3 attempts for 10 yards and a touchdown. This is just the garbage bowl. This is the toilet bowl.
The funny thing is, the Browns are winning the division. They're like 3-1 or 3-2 or 4-1, something like that shit. But you know what? That's just for now. You know, I'm letting him have his moment. So, we only 2-3, man. It doesn't mean we're out.
want me to tell them we're good?
Receiving
I'm
wise,
supposed to tell you. What?
oh shit,
Really?
we just gonna forget the receiving game. Okay. Bilal Powell had 5 catches, 48 yards, and a touchdown. What is it with these running backs catching? Switch your running backs to receivers. Corey Coleman, he didn't have a touchdown, but he did have 105 yards on 4 catches. Give that man the ball. Okay. Let's go to this defense. Justin Coleman for the Jets, he had an interception. Jamal Adams, rookie from LSU, he had an interception.
Rontez Miles had 2 interceptions.
Oh shit, okay. And then let's see, for the Browns, Calhoun, green body Calhoun, he had an interception on that, for the Browns. Other than the interceptions, the defensive-wise didn't really look out to be like the rest of the games with their top tackles. I mean, maybe with Marcus May, rookie from Florida, 7 total, 5 assists and 2 solo. Myles Garrett, he had the same for solo assists and tackles, just had 1 tackle for loss and 2 sacks. But other than that, nothing impressive.
No pun intended.
And we'll go to Detroit. And on to Detroit.
Oh, we're going down to Detroit.
No, we're going to Detroit. They played Carolina. Oh yeah. Hey man, if I have to hear about my loss, you definitely gonna hear about yours.
Oh.
We'll let you talk about this one. Man, Matthew Stafford, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, 243 yards with a 101.9 rating.
He was sacked 4 times. I would like to add that.
Did you really let Theo Riddick go off on you 29 yards of a touchdown? Nah, there's nothing else to explain to yourself about passing. Your boy came before he went down. He threw 5 interceptions.
Cam Newton, man, he got hurt.
You telling me Cam Newton is faking an injury so your team can improve and get off that field? The dude's got 20 stitches. 20 stitches in his thumb, bro. He's
He
wearing
defends
both
his
gloves on
quarterback.
both of his hands.
Did you really?
Alright, let's take look
Man, I
at
can't believe you let that man go walk. I guess we gotta.
Theo Riddick led all rushers with 12 rushes, 129 rushing yards, 1 touchdown. Nothing really much else to say rushing wise, receiving wise. Kenny Galladay, rookie out of Northern Illinois. 9 receptions, 167 yards, 2 touchdowns. I mean, what happened? Could y'all just not contain the rookie?
I'll tell you what, man. Those stats remind me of Megatron, man. Alvin Johnson.
I don't know. It might be the second coming of the man.
Seven catches,
Seven
100
receptions,
yards,
100
and a
yards, one
touchdown.
touchdown.
That's about it.
Let's check out the defense. Glover Quinn. Let's see.
Defense. Nothing stands out. Thomas Davis from Carolina with the interception.
Where did all those picks come from? Paul
Darius Slade
Warlow,
Jr. had
2
an
interceptions.
Yeah, I
Darius
see
Slade,
that.
5 tackles, interceptions. One deflection. Did he get a pick 6? He did. He recovered a fumble. He recovered a fumble, and he scored 2
Yeah, I see
touchdowns.
that.
Let's check it out. Because he's next up on the board. He did not score.
He didn't score, but he had an interception.
I think that's it with this game. A lot of injuries I see. All right. Anything? You got anything, Matt?
Nah, man, you definitely gotta beat the Eagles.
All right, let's take it over. Let's take it up. Let's take it over to Indianapolis. Nothing much. We got a late broadcast game. Oh no, that's about their. I think they're. Let's see. I think they're 3-2. Jimmy G, what a game did he have? 307 touchdowns, 307 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions.
Best quarterback I've seen so far in these games.
He had a game. He shook off last week, did what he was supposed to, stepped in that huddle, gained the respect of his guys, and led his guys to the win. Another end of the ball, Andrew Luck. Very pedestrian passing. Very pedestrian. This is not the Andrew Luck of we're used to seeing here. 181 yards. No, I would like to add he didn't throw an interception.
Who threw an interception? Oh, nobody's throwing an interception. They even had no, yeah. Jacoby Brissett didn't even throw an interception. He only threw 82 yards. I'm guessing Luck maybe had went down for a minute, but
we got G Money on the mic. What up? What up? What up? We got Frank.
Yeah, we on the show right now, my man.
We're live.
Yeah, we are talking, man. You go play your Fortnite. Leave the men to this.
Nothing really to say about the rushing game, really, except for
not really.
Frank Gore, 83 yards.
Oh, definitely not.
Right.
Receiving, Pierre Garcon, man, 7 catches, 133 yards, and a touchdown.
As well as Aldrick Robertson. He has 6 receptions, 91 yards, and a touchdown.
He only got Frank Gore was 20 carries, 83 yards, and yeah, that's it. Yeah, he balled out, man. He balled out. 7 catches, 133 yards, and a touchdown.
He made him
With
wish they never
Robinson, man.
He made him wish they never let him go.
Aldrick Robinson had Who? Um, who was the other one to get that other touchdown? No. Carlos Hyde, he got 35 receiving yards, touchdown, and 2 catches. That was the other touchdown. That was probably on a screenplay.
I think that's it. Let's take it over to
Defense, man. With the 49ers, you got Adrian Colbert, rookie from Miami. He had 8 solo, 3 assists, and 11 total tackles. I don't think he had no interceptions. He had 1 deflection, and that's it.
there was a lot of there were a couple double-digit tackles.
Yeah, for the Colts side, John Bostic, 50 out of Florida, he had 9 solo, 2 assists, and 11 total tackles. And back to Sanford. No, for San Francisco, Max Bula, however you
Max
pronounce his
Bula.
name. 7 solo, 3 assists, 10 total tackles, and then still for the 49ers, Reuben Foster, rookie from Alabama, 9 solo, 1 assist, and 10 total tackles.
A lot of double-digit tackles in this game.
Haven't seen that in a minute.
Indy
So.
just flat out lost this game.
Yeah, San Francisco.
Outplayed. There's nothing much to
Maybe
really
not
say
so
about
great
this
for the
game.
Colts. Okay, next game, garbage game. We'll head down to Miami for a 33-0 ass beating. Oh man,
Shut down.
33-0.
This game is like the ugly chick at the prom who can't score.
Ryan Tannehill, yeah, 238 touchdown, or 238, my bad, I said the wrong thing, 238 yards. I'm looking at, that was a mistake.
4 interceptions.
Hey, you know what, I'll tell you what, if Miami had decided to put Jay Cutler in, it might have been a Tennessee win. So, at least Tannehill is up to it.
Let's take it to the rushing yards.
Rushing wise, not
Nothing
much.
really much to say.
You got
Kenyon
Julius
Drake did
Thomas
score
from
a
Miami.
touchdown.
Yeah, 5 carries, 79 yards and a touchdown, and then Jarvis Landry 4 carries, 60 yards and a touchdown.
Oh no, Mariota did fumble in the making of this game.
And oh, hang on, my bad. I went to receiving.
But he still dropped the rock. A fumble is a fumble. He dropped the rock.
579 and a touchdown.
It
Jarvis
counts
Landry
here.
had 460.
Man, I wonder how he's gonna come. Is it the sophomore slump? What is it?
I think, for Marcus, man, I think it's living to the hype, man. He wants to be up with the names. Jameis Winston's played a little bit better than him. He was great at Oregon. Now it's just living up to the hype and being this big name in the NFL.
Well, he still hold
He's
an L
at the
to.
lowest.
He did still hold an L to the Ohio State University, and that's a big.
Oh yeah,
confidence
man,
breaker.
my Buckeyes, man, definitely holds that. Hey man, you better watch.
This is Ohio broadcast.
Hey man.
Well, and they deserve to,
This-
and they justly deserve to. And I will go on record to say
I
that.
want to know. I hope Bama loses it next year.
Let's
every
go to
single
receiving,
game.
guys. Kitties.
They all have ass. Okay. Well, let's get to this. Let's get to this. We're getting a little side off tracked here. But receiving, Julius Thomas, 5 catches, 79 yards and a touchdown. Jarvis Landry, 4 catches, 60 yards and a touchdown.
And that's it, receiving wise. No one really stood out. Tywan Taylor did get 2 receptions and 67 yards. The rookie from Western Kentucky.
Let's see here. I think defense for Miami be Tony Lippett. 30 out of Michigan State, 4 solo, 2 assists, and 6 total tackles with an interception.
There was 5 interceptions
And that was
in total. Raekwon McMillan had 2 interceptions. The rookie from
OSU,
the
baby.
Ohio State. Tony Lippett also
Hey
had
man,
an interception.
he made me proud out there with those 2 interceptions. So keep that shit up.
It was just a game full of picks.
Yeah. Cordrea Tankersley from rookie from Clemson, he had an interception.
It's a game full of picks.
I think there's one more out there.
No,
Did he throw 5? Or no, he
it's
threw
a
4.
fumble. He fumbled.
They did have that fumble.
Raekwon. Oh, it was Raekwon. He forced a fumble. He did not recover, but he did force it. No doubt. Nothing really else stands out here.
And next game will be the LA Chargers and the New York Giants. Giants taking them now by 3, 30-27.
Close one.
Probably the best
Heartbreaker.
game I've seen. I think probably the best game I've seen to this point for the Giants.
Let's talk
Let's
about
get to
Eli
the,
Manning.
let's
Let's
get to
talk
the
about
passing.
Eli Manning's 3 interceptions.
Well, I mean, he was under pressure because he got sacked 4 times, so that could have did a lot for you. So if that offensive line isn't holding up, I can see why he threw 3 interceptions because he was sacked 4 times.
Well, they need to get it together down there in New York. Let's take it
Hey,
to the-
Philly, man. Philly, at least you can say you took a win.
Let's take it over to the. Except for the fact that he dropped the rock as well. Eli dropped the rock as well. But
Hey,
still,
he can be. He can be though.
but he pushed the issue this game with 5 attempts. Which also goes back to what you guys said prior about him being under pressure. If Eli's rushing the ball more than 3 times a game, there's a problem. They had that boy. They lit a fire under his ass. Melvin Gordon, he had 19 attempts with 82 yards with 1 touchdown. Although I don't like the school the kid went to, I do like the kid as a rusher. If he hits that corner, he's going to the house for 6. If he can hit that corner, he's going to the house. Take it over to the receptions.
Receiving, I think the pretty much standout would be Keenan Allen off the Chargers. 5 catches, 67 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
What did OBJ do? No score.
Brandon Marshall, he got the Giants touchdown. 4 catches, 59 yards. Darkwa, yeah.
Got them
3
close,
catches,
but no
54 yards
cigar.
and a touchdown.
They held a L.
That's why I said switching.
Take it over to the defense. Melvin Ingram, he had a pick. 10. He had 10 solo, 12 tackles total, 10 solo, 2 assists, and a half a sack.
Casey Hayward, man. Casey Hayward for the Chargers. He had an interception, 5 solo, 3 assists, and 8 total tackles.
Corey Toomer also had an interception, 6 total tackles. I don't think anyone scored on defense this game.
No, but you can't take away from Giants Dalvin Tomlinson, rookie from Alabama, 2 tackles for loss, 9 total tackles, 2 assists, and 7 solo, and a sack. And he recorded a sack.
I mean, he did what he was supposed to do. I don't know. I think that was it. I think it was just a case of too little, too late by Eli Manning and the Giants.
Those turnovers definitely cost them the game. Alright, Philly, this is your game.
I think that's it here. We had a delay in broadcasting the Philadelphia Eagles and Cardinals game, but it turned out to be a lot closer at the end than what we thought, per the broadcast. Let's just discuss this. Oh yeah, we might have to holler at the people in the head office. A lot of quarterbacks use this game. A lot of quarterbacks.
What you mean? I've only seen 2 quarterbacks showing up.
Well, I only have 2 quarterbacks. I mean, Foles did play a decent game.
Man, I didn't trade you Big Ben for him to sit on the bench now. You said you wanted to make him a 3rd-time Super Bowl champion, my man. you garbage.
Not only stats. You got the Cowboys leading in the division too, with 3 wins.
Man, try to be Big Ben back, bro. You said you wanted him to make you look like a damn Super Bowl champion, and you put him on the bench, man. Man, people are gonna want your damn head in Philly. Trade for a guy that ain't gonna
throw frozen batteries
start.
at you.
Man, I ain't trading once. That's his fault. Well, we'll get to the Russian. Not much. You let Blaine Gabbert score a touchdown on you. Gabbert, whatever the hell his name is.
Gabba.
It doesn't matter. He's irrelevant. You let him score a touchdown on you. You definitely garbage, my man. No, I wouldn't take it with Big Ben because he is starting to rush a little bit more. So that's not a... Brian Hoyer, man. Brian Hoyer going on your ass.
Come on, my grandma can rush better than these guys.
I'm sorry, man. If
Now,
I'm
guys,
I don't
remember,
start
this
David
is what-
Johnson over.
Now, guys,
Adrian
remember,
Peterson.
this is with the amended broadcast after everything, after the lights went out in Philly.
Hey, another 49ers team over here. Hey man, I can't say no because you know the lights went out in Pittsburgh too, so. Well, let's get the. Alright man, let's get a.
Let's take it to the defense. Or receiving.
Well, you don't want to go to receiving because
Alshon
Jeffrey.
Well, according to the stats, Alshon Jeffrey had a good game. 7 receptions, 104 yards, and a touchdown.
That's about it. Oh wait. There's one. John Brown, 3 catches, 49 yards, and 2 of those were touchdowns.
Not
Give
bad
him
at
the
all.
ball more, man.
He
But yeah,
scored
most
twice.
definitely going to. I guess we got another guest on the show.
No, that's JJ Nelson.
Defense. Nigel Bradham.
10
6 yards at Florida
tackles.
State, 7 solo, 3 assists, 10 total tackles, and 3 sacks.
Patrick Pickamoff Peterson. I love this guy. 6 total tackles, 1 interception.
What up?
But again, before the lights went out, I recall way more picks than that.
Yeah, man. Fishy. It's fishy in Philadelphia. Hey, Philly. That's on you, man. Your light's gonna go out.
It's
The
looking
broadcast
like
gonna go out.
It's looking like 80 degrees and sunny.
That's a Thursday night football game, man. You better hope. Pray to. Yeah, it's a Thursday night game, man.
Oh,
I
this is
remember
nationally
watching that game.
televised.
I remember watching that game. Philly fans, man. Hey, Philly. Y'all fans in that game were beating up some elderly Panthers fans. I remember that.
Oh, this is gonna be nationally televised. Oh, well, you heard it here first, people.
Talking this shit.
A lot of smack going on. A lot of smack talk. A lot of smack talk going on in this game.
Big man all day. Did you say
Nothing
Big
else
Ben
really
all
did.
day?
Nothing
Please
else
don't
really-
say you said Big
Oh,
Ben
we
all
got,
day, because clearly you had Nick.
We got
Foles
young
in the
Hun-
game.
We got the
You had
5
Nick
and 0
Foles
Young
in the
Ho
game.
Lancho. We got the 5 and 0 Young Huncho Lions on the board.
Lions, man.
What up? What up? What up?
What up, my man? What up? We're about to see. We already talked about your game. See who is next. Oh damn. Okay.
Jaguars and
I guess-
Steelers.
Oh man, let's not talk about this.
Alright. Oh, let's go to this. 653 total yards.
I don't want to talk about it. I was upset, man.
Woo! Blake Bortles looking like a star. Let's talk about Blake Bortles looking like the offensive player of the week.
Hey,
604 yards, 8 touchdowns, 2
It's a fluke.
interceptions.
it's a fluke. It's a. the max MVP, Blake Bortles. That's Madden, bro. Oh man, can I just go hide because I really
Carson
don't want to
Wentz
talk
on the other
about this
side of the
game.
ball. 1 touchdown and 5 interceptions. Let's add that Blake Bortles did in a typical Blake Bortles fashion throw 2 picks. Those picks definitely get thrown under the bus, especially with the end score of that. Rushing yards, there really wasn't nothing to say rushing wise. No one scored, which is a surprise when you have couple fumbles.
Yeah, I'm not talking. I'm not talking. I'm gonna have a better game against Kansas City. I'm about to go 3-3.
Let's check
It's
out
called
the
a rebound. Yeah.
Let's check out the receptions. Allen Robinson, 8 receptions,
Yeah, it was hard to
187
stop that.
yards,
Man. It was definitely hard to cover that.
3
man.
touchdowns. Marquise Lee, 7 receptions, 107 yards and a touchdown. Allen Hurns, 4 receptions, 135 yards and 2 touchdowns. Michael Riviera, 3 receptions, 151 yards, 2 touchdowns. Man, he was looking like Oprah out there. Man,
Yeah.
let's check the defense.
Yeah, I think my scoring came from. Well, where the hell my scoring came from?
Tayshawn Gibson got 2 picks. Aaron Colvin got a pick. Peyton Thompson got a pick, and AJ Boy got a pick. Man, I think the whole Jacksonville defense came up clutch. Peyton Thompson got a pick 6. Aaron Coleman got a defensive touchdown. I mean, you when you score 72 and only get 27 put on you, I think you can look past the that 27 point score. .653 total yards. Let's take it over to LA. We had a very low scoring game in LA. 10-3. We had a 10-3 game. Russell Wilson, very pedestrian, unlike him. 1 touchdown and 2 interceptions. Jared Goff as well, 117 total yards, 2 interceptions. But this is his going into his second year. He's looking very young, looking very nervous behind that LA Ram offense as well. Let's just talk about this. What's going on in LA? What's going on? What's going on with this guy? He did drop the rock though. He did fumble the rock. It's a rookie mistake. He's gonna have to. He's probably gonna have to keep a hold to that rock a bit more. He's gonna have to secure it, or his touches are gonna drop in games.
For receiving wise,
Nothing
Amara
really stood out.
Darboh, for Seattle, rookie from Michigan, 1 catch, 39 yards, and that was a touchdown.
That's about it. Not a lot of scoring going on.
Defense-wise, LaMarcus Joyner, 5 solo, 3 assists, 8 tackles, 1 tackle for loss,
And he got a
and
pick.
a interception.
Earl Thomas had 2 himself.
Oh yeah, Thomas. But it was still a defensive game for this game, and that's all I gotta say about that. Okay, let's send it to Oakland, where they played Baltimore, and they lost 17-0.
Just a shutout.
So far.
Another goose egg. Joe Flacco threw for a touchdown, 182 yards, no picks. Got sacked once. Derek Carr
He's still not elite.
Derek Carr threw for... No, Derek Carr threw a pick. He got sacked 4 times as well. But he threw for 174 yards. You would think he would have threw for at least a score. But again, they didn't score at all.
Rushing wise,
Danny
Danny Wood had
Woodhead.
13 carries, 85 yards, and a touchdown. Surprising, you know.
Receiving wise, Travis Kelce, he did score. He scored 8 receptions, 75 yards. He scored. Jeremy Maclin. Hold on. Now the score of this game was supposed to be 17-0, correct?
Yeah.
Now why is it saying that Travis Kelce scored and Jeremy Maclin scored?
Because he was just traded, so he did not count. So his stats, take his stats away. Take his stats away, and you'll see why it's... Yeah, that was just traded. That was... that. Did we even approve that trade? Because I don't know.
Trey told me that trade that the Raiders do to approve that. And then he didn't, but Trey sent it to me first, and I was gonna send it over to y'all. But I sent you the screenshot in the commish chat.
Okay, we'll definitely be talking about this after the show in that commissioner chats, or in the party or whatever. So
Jeremy Maclin caught the score. He had 3 receptions, 29 yards. Mike Wallace had 3 receptions, 63 yards, no score. Defense wise, Jimmy Smith, he had 8 total tackles, 4 solo, 4 assists.
Reggie Nelson with the Raiders, 1 tackle for loss, 6 total tackles, 2 assists, and 4 solo.
Same with Corey James, 6 total, 3 and 3. Alden Smith, he had 5 tackles, 1 solo, 4 assists, and 1 for loss. And that's where the game was won. It was a shutout.
I thought his ass was in jail.
That game was a wash.
For that bomb shit in San Francisco.
Let's take it down to Dallas. The close one down there.
24-17.
Dak Prescott, 235 total throwing yards, 2 touchdowns. He was sacked once. Brett Hundley, 294 yards, 2 touchdowns, and an interception. I see they sat Rodgers after throwing 5 picks down in Atlanta in the home opener for them. He had to make some adjustments. He came to the Mercedes-Benz Dome, threw a pick on the very first play from scrimmage. He came in looking like a pick.
Rodgers got
and then also he tried to, and he even went to the lengths of using Ha Clinton Dix in the Wildcat formation on him.
we ever tell that man to get his boy back on the bench?
I told him, I'm not gonna complain. I'm just gonna play ball, and I'm just gonna stop it.
I was definitely watching that whole shit, bro. He was.
I didn't complain. I just closed my mouth and played ball.
Randall, I looked that shit up. I looked their playbook up. Randall Cobb
I would like
actually
to give
runs
shout
the.
outs to my girl for kind of like holding my hand through the game because she even knew. She was like, "How the fuck is a safety playing running back?"
Well, it's possible because there is a few teams that run the Wildcat with their safety, but Packers run it with their receiver Randall Cobb, not Ha Ha Clinton Dix. I think the Buccaneers run it with their free safety, if I believe, or the Cowboys, one of the two. I know there's an NFC team that runs the Wildcat with their safety. Rushing wise though for this game, Alfred Morris, 28 carries, 97 yards, no touchdown though.
Right.
Keith Smith
It's
though,
like
one
you took
carry,
that
1
girl
yard, and a
out
touchdown.
and she turned him down at the end of the night.
Keith Smith, he's a fullback, fourth year out of San Jose State, one attempt, 1 yard, a touchdown. I must have been at the 1 yard.
Let's check the receiving. Dez Bryant. As much as I hate this team and I hate this man, I gotta give it up. 7 receptions, 123 yards, and a touchdown.
My boy Cole Beasley, 6 catches, 32 yards, and a touchdown. And he dropped that, Andy. I was about to say that, man. He dropped a fire ass rap, man. The lyrics. See for the Packers though,
Devontae Adams, 5 receptions,
2 touchdowns.
not a bad game at all. Jordy had 581, no score.
That's surprising. Jordy Nelson at least catches a touchdown per game. Man. Where the hell did you come from? This dude comes
Well, he
out
came
of
down.
nowhere, bro.
He came to Atlanta thinking he was gonna pull one out in the opening of the new stadium. Let's just talk about this. The city of Atlanta poured millions of dollars into this stadium. And they
Let's
thought
talk
they were
about
just gonna
defense,
come in
man.
and just run all over us.
Packers Jake Ryan, 30 out of Michigan. He had 11 solo, 1 assist, and 12 total tackles.
Now, there's one thing I like to touch on with these damn Big Ten players, especially with Michigan. I feel like Michigan does produce the better talent, but they produce some damn good talent, but their fucking coaching is fucking whack.
man.
How do they lose to us every year? You know, they might as well just put L on the schedule for them when they play us.
Yeah, when they come to Columbus, man, they know it's a now.
And when we go there, it's an L for them.
I know, I got to see that game. Trot, my man, you on drugs over there? you saw goofy ass shit over there, bro. Kids, kids, this is why you don't do drugs. Don't do drugs.
Guys, just say no. Y'all don't remember the videos with the little bear? We do not condone the use of drugs, people on No Mercy Football. Let's just make that clear.
Unless you're trying, man. He's most definitely special.
Yeah, she's the case.
If I can continue.
Let's take it over to let's see here. Let's take it down to
Continues, bro. I got a
Houston.
2K league to get to.
Take it down to Houston.
We
And
got two
score
games to cover
Kansas City.
left.
Houston. Kansas City 28. Houston 23.
2023 KC. I gotta play them.
The
next.
rookie from Clemson, Deshaun Watson, 211 yards, 3 touchdowns. Patrick Mahomes threw 315 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. By Eagle. Matchup of the two rookies.
Definitely, definitely. For both rookies to put numbers up like that in a great game, man, it's something. Try, man. You definitely on something. Definitely.
Let's check the rushing. 21, Spencer Ware. 21 attempts, 96 yards, and no score.
And Mark Miller, 18 for 80, no score. And then for Kansas City, Charkandrick West. I think that's how you say it, man.
What kind of name is that?
Kendrick. C West, man. C West. 16 carries, 48 yards, and a touchdown. That's about it, though, on the rushing. Receiving, Will Fuller, 9 catches, 118 yards, and a touchdown for Houston. We'll continue with Houston with CJF, man, I can't pronounce that name either. 4 catches, 32 yards, and a touchdown. Kansas City, Albert Wilson, 5 catches, 79 yards, and a touchdown. And then you had Chris Conley, 3 catches, 48 yards, and a touchdown. Bro, man, we have a young audience watching, so you can chill that out. I'm talking about your ass. Your ass who's young and watching, so chill, bro.
Anything defense notable?
Benadryk McKinney, 11 solo, 4 assists, and 15 total tackles. He's most definitely probably the only one to really mention. Who had Winnie Mercillius, he had the interception with 6 total tackles. All of them were solo. I don't think anybody had any fumbles or anything like that. But Christian Colvinson for Houston, he did force a fumble.
That's it with that game.
And we're down to our last game, which
The
is
Bears
Minnesota.
in Minnesota. What did Skull do? Damn, Skull, what happened? Yeah,
The
he
kid
did.
from Manor, man. The kid from Manor, despite the
kid from
loss.
We're gonna be biased here because he's from our hometown.
Okay, so the man from Manor, man, the kid from Manor, Trubisky, 258 yards and 2 touchdowns.
No interception. He threw a
But
75-yarder as
Keenum,
well.
You can't take anything away from Case though. For Case Keenum, he had 205 yards, 3 touchdowns, and only an interception. And then you had Teddy Bridgewater. I don't know what the hell he did, but he threw an interception somehow. So no yards, no rating, but he threw an interception. Okay. Rushing wise, Jordan Howard, 19 carries, 164 yards, and 2 touchdowns. 5 broken tackles. Jerick McKinnon, 11 carries, 52 yards. Oh no, I thought he actually had more than that. I guess that ain't impressive. I don't know why I thought that was impressive. I thought he had a touchdown though. That's why I was. That's about it.
Receiving wise.
Receiving,
Jerick McKinney.
667 and a touchdown. These running backs. What's up with these running backs being a receiver? But okay. Jordan Howard, 4 for 87 and a touchdown. Just a great game from him. Kyle Rudolph, 4 for 24 and a touchdown. And Emmanuel Sanders, 3 catches, 130 yards, and a touchdown. And then Stephon Diggs, 2 for 85 and a touchdown. Defense,
Let's talk
I guess
about
Daryl
Adam. Let's talk
Washington.
about Adam Thielen getting shut down.
Yeah, let's go back to that. What did he have?
He
Man,
got
when you're
shut
supposed to
down.
be
A #1 receiver.
#1 receiver, supposed to be an undrafted, unproven receiver. I don't know, man. Supposed to be better than that.
You gotta be better than that. Let's take it to the defense.
Defense, I think the only thing really to mention would be maybe Adrian Amos. He had 5 total tackles, 3 solo, 2 assists, and an interception. Maybe you could bring up Daryl Washington for the Vikings with 5 solo, 2 assists, 7 total, and 2 tackles for loss with a half a sack. But it ain't really. Let's see. Bears, Eddie Jackson, rookie from Alabama, 2 solo, 2 assists, 4 total tackles, and an interception.
There's a reason you're drinking juice.
Yeah. Bama's we're just seeing rookie Bama players. Let's not talk about that. But yeah, that's about it there.
Let's look at a couple potential. Let's look at these week 6. Take a look at these week 6 matchups coming up.
Well, I'll tell you
Eagles
what game I
versus
will be
Panthers.
looking to.
Everyone is looking forward to this. Early broadcast.
I'm gonna play this before.
Thursday night game. Hey man, when I watch this, better not be no broadcast
I can't wait
issues.
to play him.
Right. I don't want.
Is he still on there? Tell him I said I can't wait to play him.
Oh, hold on. We gotta work. We just gotta call in from Dallas.
No,
To Philly. They said they knocking your head off when y'all play.
Tell him no personal.
Hey man, we got an issue with the Titans, man.
Beefing on the field.
Go and scroll all
I
the
like
way
it.
down.
What's up with the Titans?
Go scroll all the way down. 6 times, man. He's played them 6 times.
Oh. I see that. Oh, I see that. Oh, there's gonna.
That's a force for the Colts.
And it's a lot of principles office action tonight.
You smoked that whole blunt already? Oh, turn your track.
And that's also gonna count for towards the end of the season. But let's just touch upon this Eagles Panthers matchup. Big match, been awaited. It's been brewing up since week 1. I mean,
so Philly, man. I tell you what, if this is not a great game and this is a blowout, your head, everybody's gonna come at you, bro. I'm telling you. So you better put up a good fight and better not be a blowout. So I think everybody wants it to be a very close game, very good game, very competitive. And if it's none less than any of that,
because if you lose this, if you lose this game, you will be the unanimous L of the week. You will be the unanimous L. This is a game we've all been waiting for.
He got quiet. I think the other interesting matchup for this week is probably going to be me and Kansas City. Just because I know I need a bounce back. Kansas City's looking to go and get their 4th win of the season. So that's going to be an interesting game. Wow. I don't know.
He's looking like an L. If he loses this game, he's gonna be looking like an L. Well, he's gonna be the L. Well, going back to that Eagles Panthers game, if he loses this game, especially by a large margin, he's gonna be the L.
Yeah, man, I'm telling you what. And then at the end of the year, man, you're definitely the all-time L for the season if you take this out. If you better start Derek Anderson, take Derek Anderson, take a bum-ass Browns player. Take a bum-ass Browns player. This is the first time I'm rooting for a Browns player to win a damn game.
Well, you heard it here first, people. We're gonna take it over to Carolina for this nationally televised broadcast. From No Mercy to us, good night. And for those of y'all in our league that's watching, get y'all motherfucking games in or I'm booting y'all shit. And I'm going like Goodell.
Y'all all crazy.
He said you want to take a major L.
Who?
Cowboys.
Who about to take an L?
You.
Who
Who said that?
Eagles.
Nigga, I'll see you on the field.
She said she ain't. Oh, Cowboys said she ain't talking.
I ain't talking no mess. See me on the field.
Hey,
From No Mercy to y'all, goodbye. And get y'all motherfucking games in.